MrBeast, the largest YouTuber ever, seemed to have the most explosive growth with Beast Burger last year. Like, you could not go anywhere without hearing something about Beast Burger. But we're going to find out today what led to the satisfying death of Beast Burger.
So in the current day, we know MrBeast as the most ambitious creator to ever find success on YouTube. The first man to surpass 500 million subscribers, has opened amusement parks, hosted his own TV show, given away millions of dollars, plastered his face absolutely everywhere all around the world, all while receiving a $5 billion valuation for his company.
There's a reason no one else does what I do.
Right.
There is. Like, no one, not a single creator makes videos anywhere near as difficult as we do.
And Jimmy managed to do all of this while navigating some pretty serious allegations revolving around his brand for the last couple of years.
I don't know what Chris is gonna do when we start filming.
So it is safe to say that he has weathered quite a few storms. But back in 2020, MrBeast felt ready to create a revenue stream away from the computer screen. And Jimmy's genius idea was to actually enter the fast food industry. But he did not want to...
It's kind of like a new concept. Every single influencer that has a large following immediately starts selling their own products. It started with Jimmy with Beast Burger, and then there's like Ryan Trahan with his like his candy. There's Airac with his like pizza sauce or whatever. There's Nick DiGiovanni, I think that's his name, with his salt. Every single creator started selling products. MrBeast started it. And it makes sense. Like, you as a YouTuber have so much, not free like access to like marketing and distribution, but you really do. Like, you're gonna make the videos are gonna make a profit on their own, like without a sponsorship. Like, a lot of people, like a lot of YouTubers just make a profit just from their videos alone. But like, then you add on, like, if you get 1 million views on a video and then you have your own product, you're going to make higher profit margins on that compared to a normal sponsorship. Because think about it, if you got sponsored for a product, they're making money. Otherwise, sponsorships wouldn't exist if they didn't make the business money in the end, right? So if you have your own products and you're sponsoring yourself, you're capturing a larger piece of that sponsorship pie. Like, if you took a normal sponsor, they would have had the profit from you sponsoring it. You would have just gone a direct payment. But if you own the product, you get a larger piece and more profit. And I think that's why you see like so many influencer products. And a lot of these products, influencers have no regard for them at all. Like, they don't care about them at all. And as a result, you get a lot of trashy products that no one really cares about, including the influencer themselves.
Compete with other brick and mortar giants like McDonald's or Burger King, and so he would actually attempt to kill two birds with one stone, launching his fast food venture, MrBeast Burger, as a ghost kitchen.
No, because that one seemed like a bit of a gamble for me. Like, if someone's like, "Hey, do you want to do virtual kitchens?" I'd probably land on no.
And I'm sure some of you have come across these if you use DoorDash or Uber Eats, where you've seen a restaurant that you have never heard of offering simple fast food like burgers or chicken tenders. Ooh, I've never heard of Big Cock Burger. Fat Cooch Chicken Tenders, I'm in. Let me get some of that special sauce. Really though, a ghost kitchen is supposed to be a professional commercial kitchen that prepares food exclusively for delivery or takeout. Obviously, this takes away massive overhead costs like dining areas, employees, and of course the actual brick and mortar locations. And I say that he tried to kill two birds with one stone because this all happened during the pandemic when a lot of restaurants were essentially unable to make money due to fear of going outside and new legal restrictions. And so MrBeast wanted to pair up with these various restaurants using his MrBeast brand and likeness to essentially rake in profits and in turn help keep these independent businesses, local bars, and struggling chains to keep their head above water.
Let's say you...
But that's exactly what, like, back in the day when McDonald's first started and they started franchising, like, quality control was their main thing. They could not, like, they could not get quality control down because it's such a hard thing to make every single restaurant have the same quality of standards, right? Like, back in the day when McDonald's first started and they started franchising, they were selling stuff other than like burgers and fries. Like, I think some people were like selling, some franchises were like selling ribs, soup, like random dishes that you just could not imagine in a McDonald's today, right? And the thing is, that was publicly tied to McDonald's. These ghost kitchens, they don't have a brand. Do you really think they care if there's like a raw burger that they sell? Like, oh, they're gonna care obviously because it doesn't, like, they might get shut down for health concerns. But if the food is just shitty, it's not really tied to a brand. It's like, yeah, sure, it's MrBeast Burger, but there's a lot of ghost kitchens that aren't even tied to real brands. They just have their own kind of shop. They call it like Burgers and Go, like for example, just a random name, and they just sell stuff that they sell for other companies as their own products, right? And because it's not tied to a brand image, like quality control is just one thing you're not going to get down unless you have like experience in this game, which MrBeast didn't. And also burgers and fries and hot food is just such a hard like industry to get into. Like it makes sense why he moved to chocolate, right? You don't really need to refrigerate it to move it. I think you just make it and then it's just like, it's done. You don't need it doesn't have to be a certain temperature when you serve it or people will get sick. Like it's just a lot easier and simpler to distribute and all that compared to fast food, which is why I think you see Feastables as successful as it is today compared to Beast Burger.
You own a mom and pop restaurant. You literally just sign up, go through the course, you learn how to make all the stuff on a menu, and you just order our ingredients and our packaging, and then you just flick it on Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, and you can start taking orders, and we let you keep a majority of the revenue.
I want to be a modern restaurant that just it's on everyone somehow. I don't know how. I don't care. I don't care if it makes money. Just I want the best experience possible. If Five Guys can be successful, like why can't Beast Burger? You know what I mean?
And the deal was fairly simple. The partner kitchen would keep around 30% of their profits. Another estimated 30% would go to ingredients and the Beast Burger packaging for the food itself. Of course, the food delivery apps would get their 15 to 30% cut, and the rest of the profit was split between MrBeast and this company called Virtual Dining Concepts, who partnered with Jimmy to create this entire venture. Basically, Virtual Dining Concepts, also known as the VDC, was supposed to have the business relationships and the business infrastructure to really support the entire operation, all while MrBeast, on the other hand, would mainly handle the promo and be the face behind the entire project.
So we have a partner, basically a guy who's been doing restaurants his whole life. He owned 300 restaurants, so he launched with his 300 restaurants, and that first day they all sold out.
And while this all sounded great on the surface, and the venture would go on to make over $150 million in their first calendar year, this would quickly turn into the biggest mistake of Jimmy Donaldson's life. One that would not only torment him for years to come, but even in the present day, MrBeast Burger is still a massive pain in his ass. I'm talking about serious damage to his reputation, lawsuits in the hundreds of millions of dollars, and an ongoing legal battle that could have left him bankrupt. This is the downfall of MrBeast Burger, and how it almost destroyed the entire MrBeast brand.
And I think you see this with a lot of influencer products. Like once the hype dies down and you're just not judging it based on, you're buying it because of the celebrity that you like, right? When you start judging it based on its quality, you start realizing why people go to McDonald's, why people go to Five Guys, why people go to actual established restaurants, because the quality, consistency, and all that is just so much better than these influencer products that just pop up, right? Like you can say the same for Prime. Prime did not taste good. It was the biggest thing back in the day, right? Everyone loved Prime until the hype for it died down and it started being judged compared to Gatorade and stuff in regards to taste and performance, and it lost that battle. And as such, the promos, you can't just keep promoting it forever. Like it's going to die eventually. You can keep saying something tastes good, and it's so healthy, but then people over time, even if they love you, they're just going to choose the other product that satisfies their needs better than yours, right? So that's a big thing with influencer products. I think if influencers get into making something, they should get into an industry they know and an industry they can make better through their product. And also passion. I don't think you need passion. I feel like you can build passion when you start a new venture, right? Like I'm sure a lot of, marketing firms, the people that founded marketing firms weren't like marketing gurus that loved marketing in and out. I'm sure as they started building the company, they thought it could make money, and then they probably just started enjoying it more and more as they got into it, right? So you don't need passion, but I think just something you're good at, a lot about, and that you can make better. Don't just make a product for the sake of it. Like make something actually better so that it's better than what already exists, and you just have the advantage of having that free distribution from your viewership already to help the business get off the ground. That's my opinion on that.
Now back in August of 2020 is when Jimmy would start doing some testing in the background for the Beast Burger brand. Trying to ensure the system and really see if they could maintain quality control. A little foreshadowing, they can't. Here they would roll out the Beast style burger, the Chandler style, and of course the Chris style. Who could forget Chris?
Oh god.
You know, each order came with the creepy Discord call and message. The guy was out here shooting his special sauce all over your sandwich. Okay, I made that part up. But they also had...
Wait, do they still sell the Chris Burger? Because Beast Burger still exists today, right? Even though MrBeast isn't really tied to it. He's contractually obliged to, like, still have the name MrBeast on it, right? But do they still sell a Chris Burger? I'm actually curious.
Carl's grilled cheese, a chicken tender sandwich, and of course some fries on the side. Basically, Jimmy took all of the most popular members of his cast and gave them their own item on the menu. And of course, in this announcement video, he wanted to give the audience a visual. So he took over an actual brick and mortar location, a Burger Boy.
This was crazy.
He rebranded with his slop.
I remember
giving out
this.
money and free food, which obviously caused hysteria in the local area. And with that came a 20-mile traffic jam resulting from this launch.
Oh, Mommy, can we go cloud chase at MrBeast Burger?
Police just told us they had to shut down a mile of traffic and there's 1,000 cars in line.
Insane.
I'm sorry for making you wait. Here's $100. Thank you.
Gotta give away money because we don't have any food ready. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh my god.
Got no food, sorry.
And so Jimmy would post his video announcing Beast Burger, while simultaneously launching 300 virtual kitchens all across the country that very same night.
First of all, where's MrBeast Burger? How many of them do you have?
So right now we don't have any physical. We have 1,600 virtual restaurants.
Oh, so you order it online and then they deliver it?
And despite hitting #1 on the App Store, the MrBeast Burger app would completely crash due to the sheer demand all around the country. And honestly, this app was a big part of Jimmy's master plan. You know, by collecting his fans' emails, their phone numbers, and their physical locations, Jimmy was really attempting to harvest first-party data.
When people download our app, like that's where you get all the data. You can send out notifications every day around dinner time, recurring sales like that. If you do a virtual kitchen, virtual restaurant, like having your own app is pretty OP.
But then the sheer weight of his own hype really broke the system, and obviously with the app going down, kids were closing it, and they would in turn use Uber Eats or DoorDash instead to get their grimy hands on the meal. Oh, Chris, I need your burger. Either way though, right off the bat, Beast Burger was viewed as a massive commercial success, with a nice philanthropic angle for MrBeast to work with, which at the time was basically his brand's entire identity.
How much money have you given away at the window? A lot. How much food have we given away? A lot. I'm going broke!
But through his partnership with Virtual Dining Concepts, they made a few massive mistakes.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought owning a restaurant would be easier. It's actually kind of hard.
With the main one being their recruiting and vetting process for who could exactly join their program and represent the likes of Beast Burger. Because with all of these people hurting for money at the time, you had this long line of businesses trying to get their cut, and they were accepting almost anyone who had a quote-unquote commercial kitchen.
I just picked up lunch from Flanagan's, but my bag doesn't say Flanagan's on it at all. A new ghost kitchen operating here, bringing in much needed business.
You wouldn't have imagined it a year or so ago that you'd be using your kitchen for someone else's food.
Ben Stoneman, the owner, says he had no idea what he was getting into.
All of a sudden we were getting 200 orders a day.
But the regulations on what classifies as a commercial kitchen cast a very wide net, meaning you could order food from Beast Burger, and it could be made at a high-end restaurant, or you know, it could be lazily thrown together in the back of a sketchy gas station or dive bar. Obviously meaning there was zero consistency outside of the MrBeast branding. You didn't know if you were gonna open up, you know, this gourmet Gordon Ramsay style burger, or something that looked like it was made in the back alley by a fucking rat. So basically a few customers got lucky, they got some great food, while many others started posting pictures and videos online of completely raw burgers.
Oh god,
maybe
disgusting.
a missing item or something.
Dude, come on. That's just negligence. Like, I don't care if you make it out of a dumpster, it should not look like that. And okay, how would you actually solve this problem? Like, because there's restaurants like McDonald's and stuff that they don't have ghost kitchens, but they make it work. Like, they can have consistency across their restaurants. What makes ghost kitchens different? Was it just because MrBeast was just trying to scale up so damn fast? He just accepted more people when he should have been more strict on the kitchens he let in? That could be a big reason, but I'm curious to see if there's like other reasons why.
It was severely burnt. A couple of people even found hair in their food. And obviously all of this discourse turned into a digital tidal wave, very similar to when mold was found in his Lunchly product.
I'm seeing a pattern.
It would become a viral talking point for creators on every platform.
Wait, guys, I don't really know anything about burger. Are you sure this is raw, boys?
Oh, God.
Like, I feel like this burger is raw.
Yeah, as long as we have competitive prices and the food tastes phenomenal, which I think it does. Like, I just don't see why it won't work.
Absolutely,
you know?
Absolutely.
I don't even think the burger's cooked all the way. I'm not even joking.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's pink in the inside.
Yeah, I
Mushy
see it.
pink.
Yeah, I see that too.
This is wild.
Look how small that patty is.
Oh, yuck.
He's basically running a franchise.
Right.
You need to, as the brand, regulate the quality of stuff that comes out of there.
He just scaled up way too quick, but I do have to say, like, it doesn't matter if you're like a really trash ghost kitchen. I feel like if you're making tens to hundreds of these burgers per day, how do you get the cooking temperature and cooking times wrong? Like, surely it's not that hard to just put a patty on the grill and make sure when it's cooked properly to serve it. How do you get it wrong? Like, they're so thin. The patties are so thin. They cook pretty much instantly already. Like, how do they take them off so quick that they're still pink inside? I don't get that.
I'm gonna put it on the ghost kitchen. You know what I mean?
And you know this really had to make Jimmy's blood boil, because
I
the
hate that
guy
face.
is absolutely obsessed with the small details of his business, you know, all the back-end analytics. But because of this partnership deal that he stupidly signed, he was at the mercy of virtual dining concepts, and in turn totally out of control of the fate of this new entity that he had plastered and advertised his name all over. Still, the brand sold over 1 million burgers in just 90 days, netting over $8 million in revenue on that single item alone. And then by month 6, they had doubled the amount of locations to 600 across America and Canada, meaning almost anywhere you may live within the US, you could in theory experience a Beast Burger. You could be tasting that boy Chris.
Stop.
Alright, well, Chris is gonna fill you up. That's funny.
Chris gonna fill me up?
While it appeared Mr. Beast and his crew were driving this badass high-speed car, in reality, the wheels were falling off the entire time that axle was fucking breaking.
Let's talk about it. Beast Burger is crushing it.
Dude.
It's doing better than I ever imagined.
How many kitchens you got?
We're over 1,000, and we're
Dude, you know what I'm kind of realizing? A lot of these influencer products just feel like, you know, crypto pump and dumps? It feels like physical pump and dumps. Like, it just feels like influencers get into a product that they don't really create, like someone else creates, and they just attach their name to it. They pump it up with their promo. They get a bunch of revenue from it from all the people that are curious about how they create or made something like that and want to support them. And then when inevitably the product's standards don't stay consistent and they're not as good as the competitors, and the hype dies down because the revenue starts dropping, and then the influencers moves on to the next hustle, right? It just feels like they just extract money from their audience and then move on to the next thing. Like, it just feels like a full pump and dump applied to like food or just products in general. You know, kind of messed up.
And so for the next 2 years, they would continue the Beast Burger operation, and by the end of 2022, they would actually open a brick and mortar location at.
And I'm not saying that against Mr. Beast. I think Mr. Beast is different because, like, you can see with Feastables, like, once he had experience running like a food company like Beast Burger, like, it looks like Feastables he has full control of, right? Like, so he's not experiencing what he experienced with Beast Burger. Like, I feel like a lot of the things that are happening with Beast Burger, he absolutely does not want to happen. He's just forced to endure it contractually, or like he loses all his assets probably, or he gets sued into oblivion. I feel like Mr. Beast is different in that regard, but I feel like a lot of other influencers, like Logan Paul especially, like with Prime and all that stuff, I feel like they're different. They just full pump and dump, get the hype up, audience buys a product, and then once it dies down, boom, 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 move on to the next hustle. It just feels like that's the MO for most influencers, besides Mr. Beast.
The American Dream Mall in New Jersey, and the day they launched this, they actually broke the record for the most burgers sold in a single day by a single restaurant.
We're at 5x the world record tomorrow. Is that not crazy?
What's the world record?
It was like 2,000 burgers in a single day by a restaurant.
Who did it?
I don't know, but we're aiming for 10,000, and I've never ran a restaurant before. And I have to do 5 times better than anyone in the world's ever done on my first day.
It's a Mr. Beast statue. We're gonna gift it to Big Jimmy.
I remember
we
this.
waited 2 days, we camped outside, and we slept in our car, and then now we're over here, waiting.
I mean, this launch was a massive deal, as adults from all over the world came to clout chase.
Go shopMrBeast.com!
While kids, on the other hand, begged their parents just to get a chance to see the Beast in the flesh.
Whatever we do your paycheck, we throw $1,000 on it, because today is going to be a lot of work. But I really need you guys to step up. If you can really do your best to like make them all have a good time. I want everyone who came here to be happy. All right. Thank you so much for coming out. I love all of you. Here.
It's great.
It's great.
Yeah.
Worth the wait?
It is worth. It is worth 24 hours.
So from the outside looking in, it still looked like a massive success. But even 2 years after launch, with over 1,000 ghost kitchens in operation, they were still delivering raw, nasty food all across the world now.
Step back, I think I'm gonna vomit!
Popping up in more than 20 countries, including the UK, Australia,
Yep, I heard
Saudi
about it.
Arabia,
Came to my
Hong
country.
Kong, and Mexico. And even after opening the 1,000 locations and the one physical store,
Dude, this MrBeast face, oh my god, it's...
high-speed train
Where is
opening
it?
the 1,000
Where is it?
locations and the one...
This... I'm so glad he doesn't make this face anymore. Holy shit. Dude, this face used to be on every freaking video. It pisses me off. Does it do the same to you? Like, I don't know. It just feels unnatural. Like, the mouth open. Like, what?
physical store, Jimmy knew that this was a high-speed train heading down some seriously messed up tracks. And despite making over $100 million in gross revenue within the first year and a half, Jimmy already knew that he was ready to distance himself from the Beast Burger brand entirely. Honestly, he had pretty much stopped advertising it altogether, and soon he would become very public about this feeling.
Here we go. Yeah, it's good now.
I didn't really plan on running a restaurant chain, but here I am trying to have someone build this company for me and just do it myself. Because it's scary. Like, I spent my whole life studying YouTube videos of virality, not business building. But fuck it.
So years after signing the deal, MrBeast was incredibly unhappy with the execution. I really think that the main issue was that he tried to scale this restaurant business the exact same way he did his YouTube channel, and it simply did not work.
Just literally what I did on YouTube, I want to do at the restaurant. Like, it makes money, it's profitable, and I'm just like, yeah, just keep it. Like,
but I wonder, did he have the say in how it scaled, or was it the partner that had a scale, had the most input on how it scaled? Because to be fair, like, he's on the promo side mostly, right? I'm sure he had a lot of influence on the day-to-day, right? And the long-term vision. But what was that partner he's with? It sounds like they're the ones who manage all the restaurants and dealt with, like, getting new ghost kitchens signed up and all that. Like, MrBeast was more on the promo side. So could the scale be put, could the fault of scaling too fast be put on MrBeast, or more on, like, the partner, is my question, you know? Because it feels like they had a good thing going. Like, the burgers in theory looked good and they tasted good when they were made properly. It just felt like if they chose their company, if they chose the ghost kitchens better, that were, like, more reliable, even though maybe they didn't scale as quick, they would have been even like massive today. It would have been massive. Because think about it, even when MrBeast is just making a MrBeast video and he's not saying buy Beast Burger, right? You're still seeing MrBeast. You're still seeing his face. You're still subliminally, like, promoting Beast Burger. Like, it's still just going to be subconsciously in people's heads to buy it. So it would have been like a lot of free advertising in that sense, you know? So I feel like it could have went completely differently if they just scaled slower. I feel like In and Out scales a lot slower. Like, I think they own all of their restaurants. They don't franchise. I'm not sure. But look how they're doing amazing, and their quality is amazing. So maybe you could have taken a page from their book.
Grow. Like, don't give me the money.
You know, the pandemic had long passed, and he was making a very thin margin on this entire operation because he was given such a big cut to the ghost kitchens, and obviously the business partnership with virtual dining concepts.
That's the one.
How long have these been sitting around?
Hold on 1 second.
Because if they say these are bad, it's not my fault.
No, we got some real
scared.
Beast Burgers.
Yeah.
Okay, this is it.
He's shitting himself. Look at him.
And they ordered is the one with no sauce.
Well, you don't need to throw it like that. 1 out of 10.
And so by the year 2023, Jimmy was ready to cut the head off this snake, while virtual dining concepts, on the other hand, were refusing to let go. Like, guys, if this was MrBeast, they had that stranglehold on him, they had him hostage. After all, he was essentially their cash cow who they had total legal control over. And meanwhile, people all over the world were still sending in photos of disgusting products that mainly amounted to raw beef being served over and over again.
Alright, so not only did I wait an hour for this shit, look at this shit, yo.
How's that possible?
This shit raw as a motherfucker. Yo, MrBeast, you got your name attached to this shit, my nigga? Bruh, that's bad business. That's bad business, bruh.
And this is when MrBeast would actually make his most critical mistake. In June 2023, he responded directly to fans on Twitter saying, "Yeah, the problem with ghost kitchens is you can't ignore the quality of the food from other restaurants. Realistically, it's impossible. I signed a bad deal initially, and now VDC won't let me stop even though it's terrible for my brand."
I'm an idiot. I don't know. I never ran a restaurant.
And although he would quickly delete these tweets, the damage had already been done. He had now pointed blame in the direction of his business partner, and this is when all hell broke loose.
GG.
As the very next month, Jimmy would file a $100 million lawsuit against virtual dining concepts, alleging that they caused material irreplaceable harm to the MrBeast brand, citing that they decided to prioritize rapid expansion over basic food safety, and that they were serving food that was regularly described as disgusting and inedible. With the most damning allegation being that the VDC allegedly trademarked MrBeast without his knowledge or consent, and this trademark cover restaurant and kitchen services, as well as food and delivery, and even merchandise as far as the Beast Burger brand was concerned.
Well, let's say you lose money in a video, you're like, well, MrBeast Burgers is popping off this week.
Exactly.
And by the way, it is.
There, it took a fucking hour for this shit to come. This how the burger look. I don't know how to feel about that.
Now, I really feel like Jimmy thought that they would fold due to all the bad publicity, as in the internet world, this happens all the time when a bigger creator is able to poach an unknown entity or person. But the VDC would actually come back with their very own $100 million counter lawsuit, and this all went down in the matter of a couple of days. I mean, you have to think that they had this countersuit somewhat locked and loaded. Once the smoke started, that Jimmy was unhappy with the brand direction for months. And it's not like his frustration was unwarranted. I mean, should they really be surprised when their shit quality slop was constantly going viral? Like someone legitimately had theirs packaged in a goddamn 7-Eleven wrapper. So his customers were essentially paying a premium price for whatever scraps a local kitchen had lying around the counter.
It was raw. So yeah, I couldn't eat it. Big disappointment, MrBeast Burger.
Ordered from the Val Vista baseline location and got raw meat.
And so in their
countersuit, like another thing I thought of, like these ghost kitchens, if they're actual restaurants, like imagine it's a Taco Bell, or I don't know, I don't know what restaurants would be a ghost kitchen, but say it was another fast food place. Like if you make every Beast Burger terrible, then it looks bad on the brand. Less people in your area buy the Beast Burger, and maybe they're more likely to buy your food instead. I don't know if that's how it works. Maybe crazy theory. Maybe it could be true. Who knows?
The VDC claimed that Jimmy was trying to use his audience to bully them out of a contract that he willingly signed. And they say that when he went public with his anger, he destroyed their business, ruined their relationship with their suppliers, and harm the bottom line of all of those different small businesses and kitchens relying on Beast Burger to stay afloat. They would also state in the lawsuit that they were not the ones who wanted to expand so fast, but they claimed that it was actually MrBeast himself who pushed them to be more aggressive and in turn sacrifice quality for scale.
There's like some like Bob's Burger Palace we just walked past on our way over here can be successful. Like, why can't Beast Burger? I saw a total of like 3 people in Bob's Burger Palace.
And so now it has been around 3 years since the legal battle started, and largely around the world and especially in America, the ghost kitchen trend has completely died. To put it very simply, the margins were simply never there, as apps like DoorDash and Grubhub charge massive fees to deliver food. And when you combine that with the employees, the cost of the food, and the kitchen, most people attempting to operate these ghost kitchens were losing all types of money. I mean, the food business in general can be absolutely brutal with very small profit margins, and largely almost every major company doing the ghost kitchen model went bankrupt. And ultimately, they were kind of just a fad and really a side effect of the pandemic that's obviously been over for half a decade now. And at this point, the only ghost kitchens left are like Chili's or Applebee's trying to squeeze every last drop out of their extra ingredients and inventory, where obviously people know that the food is being prepared in a kitchen that they already trust. I just really think the main problem was, once people became aware of actually what a ghost kitchen meant, they were very skeptical about where their food was actually coming from. And so yes, now that 3 years has gone by and MrBeast has spent millions in legal fees, they are actually still tied up in court over Beast MrBeast Burger. But I will say in the meantime, the judge did dismiss the allegations of bullying them out of the contract, but still the court is trying to decide who breached the contract first, whether or not it was legal for MrBeast to disassociate completely from the
I just have to say, MrBeast, you know, all the podcasts he went on talking, he just yapping. That's the thing about being a public face, right? You yap, and sometimes you say stuff you're not meant to say, or sometimes you say stuff without even realizing how impactful it is. Every lawyer probably went through every single podcast that he talked about Beast Burger in, every single freaking every single episode of Beast Games, every single episode of MrBeast on his YouTube channel, every single Beast Gaming thing, all of his comments, all of his tweets. That's the thing about being so public. Like, you just give so much ammunition. Like, it's really a losing battle for MrBeast. Because as you saw there, MrBeast was saying they wanted him to scale quickly and not care about quality. But then on the podcast, you see MrBeast himself, before all of this blew up, him saying, oh, I saw Bob's Burgers. Like, how is he have 3 restaurants? Like, we can do it too. Like, and then I think there was another clip earlier in this video where it's saying he wanted to expand quickly. I don't know if that's correct. I need to check, but like, it seemed like he wanted to scale as well really fast. Oh no, I think I remember now. Wasn't it him talking about scaling up his YouTube channel really quick, and then he said, I want to do what I did for my YouTube to MrBeast Burger, like as in scale it up quickly. So maybe that could have been used in court as well. You know what I'm saying?
Burger brand, you know, without giving them notice, and whether or not all the bad press and the raw meat warrants damage payments to Jimmy for harming his overall reputation.
Yo, MrBeast, you got your name attached to this shit, man.
And the other major thing that they're still fighting over is the rights to his trademark in regards to the way I explained earlier. That is why the VDC can still keep the brick and mortar location open until it is ruled by the judge that they can never use his name again. I mean, honestly, this entire thing is still kind of in the pregame, and quite frankly, it is not close to being settled. But yes, ultimately Jimmy wanted to build a fast food empire, but in the end, the guy pretty much created a massive amount of bad press and legal drama for himself in the process. But ironically, because of all of this drama, is really the reason why he created his most successful brand, Feastables, where obviously he controls and owns 100% of the product and the direction it goes.
Exactly.
From the ingredients to the supply chains and who they choose to work with.
Didn't that, in some sense, also open your mind to something like Feastables?
Feastables is something I've always wanted to do. We spent probably over 2.5 years before we even launched, just like building the right team, figuring things out, and making sure it was actually ran the way I wanted.
And although he has had quite a few road bumps with that brand as well, it has had way less public scrutiny than the likes of Beast Burger or Lunchly. But either way,
yeah, like maybe a slightly bad batch of chocolate where it tastes a bit bitter is 20 billion times better than getting a raw patty in your burger that can literally kill you. And it's just a visual difference, like compared to, you know, when you mess up a burger, you see it. When you mess up a chocolate bar, maybe it's cracked, maybe it's like a bit bitter. You don't really see it. It's not like a bad press image that's going to go viral, you know, compared to Beast Burger.
Know what you guys think about the Beast Burger saga down below. Are you guys still a fan of MrBeast? Did you ever watch his videos? You know, I feel like he has lost a lot of public favor the last couple of years. Recently, he went on Joe Rogan and the comment section was overwhelmingly negative. So y'all let me know if you want me to cover that. Was this ultimately just a massive, very expensive lesson for MrBeast? Did you...
I would say he lost a lot of favor. I honestly feel like, in my opinion, he would gain a lot of favor back. Okay, this is just my opinion, right? It's no bad blood I have with MrBeast. Like, I'm a nobody, all that shit. But like, if MrBeast, you know, sometimes he like talks about all the philanthropic, I can't even say that word, all the philanthropic things he does, like giving away money, donating. I would say, like, you know, it's a good thing, but you know, like he does it because, you know, I think he is a good person and he does want to help people out. But you know, I feel like sometimes he tries to act blind to the fact that helping these people out does get him growth on YouTube. Helping these people out does make him more popular. Helping these people out does increase his PR. Like, you know, I feel like he tries to like sweep that a bit under the rug. And I feel like a lot of more people will respect him if he's like, yeah, I help people. I spend money to help them out, but it also benefits me and it's a win-win. I feel like I would respect him more if he said that.
Try the MrBeast Burger yourself, and were you actually just getting fed some raccoon meat from the local alley? Either way, I want to know y'all's thoughts down below. I also want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other failed products out here need to be covered, so I'm out. Peace.
Have you thought about how you keep customers coming back? Like, is there a retention strategy?
At the restaurant?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it's just the food's amazing. You know what I mean?
Anyway, guys, W video, check out the original creator in the description below. Subscribe right now. Love you boys. Peace out.